Hi there, are you looking for some easy, quick ways to communicate information from your classroom to parents and students? Have no fear, I have my top 3 tips that will help you communicate anything you need from your classroom right to your parents and students. Want to learn more? Continue watching. Hi there, welcome back to the Curly Curry Corner. It's me, Aisha, and I have my top 3 tips to communicate information from your classroom. I found that it is very hard when you're really busy making lesson plans and things like that to communicate information to your parents and students, especially around this time of the year. We're holiday season. So I tried some different things for the past, I want to say this is my 3rd year using them, and it has worked really, really good. So I'm going to give you my top 3. I only use about these 3 and just helps me to get that information across. So number 1 is going to be Remind. Remind is my all-time favorite. It is the one that I use the absolute most. And if you have never heard of Remind, Remind is a communication system which sends out messages. You can choose to send them out daily, weekly, bi-weekly, hourly if you want to. And what it does is it sends these messages out to the parents through an app, Remind app that they can download on their phone using Apple or Android. And it also sends them an email if they choose to receive those messages through email. And the best way that they can receive them is through text message. And that is why I love it so much, because it sends a text message directly to them. And in this day and age, who doesn't have a cell phone? So you can send it directly to them, communicate with them any messages that you have, and it does not give you their telephone number, or does it give them your telephone number. So it's a great way. It also logs all of your communication with them so that you can see if they want to communicate with you through that app or through that messenger. They can just send a message directly to you. You can receive it and talk back and forth through them. I have done plenty of parent communication this way. A parent may email, send me a remind message and say, hey, my student is going to be late to class today, or they did not have this assignment. They're going to turn it in later. And it's just a great way for me to say, okay. And I just respond to them really quickly. And it goes directly to their phone, to my phone, and it's easy. And I love it too because I am able to use it with my students. I teach 8th grade, so most of my students are 13 and over, and they use it, they sign up, they can see it. The same messages that I send out to the parents are the same messages that I send out to the students. So if it says, hey, test is coming up in the next couple of days, it just sends them a reminder. I also love it too, they've updated it, that you can do responses through emojis. So if they like the message, they'll thumb it up. If they see it or they're excited about it, they'll clap. I've sent pictures out from my classroom about what my kids have done and celebrated, like through our projects through our project-based learning. So the projects they've created, they love that. Parents love to see that. And also, new feature, oh, so excited. You can now send messages that send out links from different educational resources. For example, Quizlet, which I love Quizlet. It's like a vocabulary set. I've talked about it previously, so you can click somewhere up in here to go back and look at my tech tools. But Quizlet is really awesome. And now you can actually send out a remind link for your Quizlet set for your class. You can also send out a link for, let's see, PBS, you can send out links from that, and also Newsella. There's many more as well. I'll link below where Remind allows you to send out educational links from, and it's a really great feature. And it is also free, you guys. It is free. So use Remind. There is a premium feature if you want to do a little bit more, send out more characters and things like that. I just send out multiple messages. I use it as a free version, and it works really great. The great thing about Remind too is it keeps a log. I don't know if I mentioned this. Did I mention that a minute ago? I don't know, but it keeps a log, a running log of communication. So you have that there if your principal needs to see if you're communicating with parents, and it's just a great way to communicate and get information out with your parents and your students. So I really recommend using it, and I will link it down below. My second tip that I do for my classroom is postcards. I send out postcards. I address them and send them out to the parents and to students, and it's just a great way to send out positive messages. I even put stickers on them. Since my classroom is currently paperless, I can't put stickers on anything else that they do. So I do all the stickers that I've collected over the years. I put stickers on them, and good job. Just wanted to let you know that your student made an A on this test, and I'm so proud of them. Or they've been doing really great and been really positive. They've been a really great help in our classroom. They've helped out their friends, etc. It's a great way to get out a quick, positive communication to your parents and your students, and let them know what's going on in your classroom, and let them know that you see the improvement or the work that the student is doing. And now my school pays for the little postcards because it's really inexpensive, but if your school doesn't have the funds to do so, and you have a small class, or you just want to send that out as just a pop, I would send it out maybe to about 20-30 kids. And to send out a postcard is way cheaper than to send out a regular piece of mail. So I would definitely consider doing that instead of just sending out a mail. Now my third tip is definitely going to be after school events, extracurricular events. So basketball games, football games, soccer games, band concerts, robotics, track, cross country, etc. All of that, orchestra, all of those different events that the kids participate in, go to those. Not only does it help you with your classroom management, which I will talk about in another video, but it also helps with communication with parents. Parents see you, they may want to just say, hey, you may be able to give them a positive shout out to your child, the child that's in your classroom right then and there. You may be able to schedule a parent conference that you've been trying to schedule right then and there. Now, do not have conference meetings at the events, but it's a great way to get to see the parent in person physically so that you can get out any information that you need to get out. I really, really recommend it. Now, I am not saying that you need to spend your time going to each and every one of your students' activities after school. It's just not possible. Some of them happen at the same exact time. Soccer season runs at the same time as baseball season for us, and then track as well, and then cross country is the same time as football, which is the same time as volleyball. I do attend at least one game for each sport. That's my goal. And bring your family, bring your friends, bring anybody that can help you to and also sit with other teachers and spend that time too. But it is a great way to help you communicate with the parents, and also for the kids to see you and they see that you care, you participate in their event. So that's really good as well. Now, old-fashioned way is always the telephone, and this is basically my extra tip for you guys. Just a side note: call parents if you need to. Don't give up on the telephone. It is the old-fashioned way, but it still works. As long as you can get in touch with them, call them if you need to. Give out that positive communication, give out that regular communication, and give out any communication that you just need to. Give them a call. And if you're having trouble with staying at school late, or you just can't get the time to be able to call them while you are at school, Google Voice is a great feature. It allows you to have basically a telephone number that is in addition to your personal telephone number, and it routes all your calls through your cell phone. You can get visual voicemail. You can also text off of that number and forward other calls to that number. It is a great feature. You download the app on your phone, Google Voice. You dial through the Google Voice number, and then you can call your parents from your cell phone, and no one has your telephone number if you are concerned about that. So I would definitely recommend that as a great feature to use. Also, it's great for text messaging. So you can also text off of that as well, as long as you use the Google Voice app. I will link all of the tips that I talked about down below, just in case you want to get any more information about them, especially the Remind, and also the Google Voice information as well. So thank you so much. I hope all of this helps, especially with communication in the classroom. And continue watching with the Curly Curry Corner. Vlogs will be coming a little bit sporadically throughout. So thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye. And just let